Hello, hello. Welcome to my take on A Course in Miracles workbook. Day 41, Naomi Katrina Sunshine, coming at ya with today's idea, which is God goes with me wherever I go. This one is not confronting at all. I think everyone knows that God is everywhere, right? And I mean, I don't know, right? Like, I'm not a big religion person in general. I've learned a little bit about a lot of them, but haven't really done a deep dive in any particular ones, past ones that I have personal experience in. So that all said, right? I do know that God is everywhere. God is within me. God is everywhere outside of me. God is in everything, including me, right? That's, I think, pretty universal. So universal source is within me, is me. It's the same, whatever word you use. I'm only saying God to not make it complicated as I read these, right? I personally don't use the word God outside of these videos. It's just not a word that I have ever used, and that's fine, right? And other people that do use the word God respect that I say other things and that we can mean the same thing, right? Unity. We are not all the same. We are all equal, but we are not all the same. And to honor the differences in people is a really beautiful way to live. So anyways, today the idea is God goes with me wherever I go. And it will eventually overcome completely the sense of abandonment that all of the separated ones, is what they're calling it, experience. So people who are not aligned with the divine, people who do not believe that they are connected to source, to energy, to God, are the separated ones. So the sense of abandonment and all of that, this idea will overcome that sense of abandonment. Depression is an inevitable consequence of separation, which is so funny because I actually truly feel more aligned with the divine than I ever have, and I haven't been depressed since I've started having that feeling. It was also explained in nonviolent communication, but that's a whole separate video. But it really lit a light bulb, like ding dong, gave me some real clarity around it. Anyways, okay, so depression is an inevitable consequence of separation. Anxiety, worry, a deep sense of helplessness, misery, suffering, and intense fear of loss. All of these things. The separated ones have invented many cures for what they believe to be the ills of the world. But the one thing they do not do is question the reality of the problem. Wow. It cannot be cured because the problem is not real. The idea for today has the power to end all of this foolishness forever. And foolishness it is, despite the serious and tragic forms it may take. Okay, oh my God. So my sister, who's sadly incarcerated currently and has been on drugs for a really, really long time and is homeless, and it's so sad, right? And like, people who love her offer her help and she's not able to take it, and it's so sad. And I watch her struggle. I wish she would read this book, but I just don't know that she would. I think I need to send her more of a beginner thing, but I maybe just take some of the quotes that I think apply to her. But anyways, I'm going back to this, right? Depression, anxiety, worry, deep sense of helplessness, misery, suffering, intense fear of loss, like all of these things have been invented because none of them are real. If you actually are, God goes with you everywhere you go. If you are a daughter of God, a son of God, somebody who's connected to, right, then all of these things, the fear and the worry and the anxiety and the stress and all of those things can go away, right? Because they're not necessary. They're all made up. This is like, right? I wish I could give this feeling. I wish I could bottle this feeling like, wow. Okay. So just questioning the reality of the problem in the first place, right? Like, this is made up. We made it up. So if we made it up, we can just get rid of it. That's what they're saying, that it's foolish. Like, it's so foolish that we've made this problem up and now we're creating cures that band-aid the problem instead of just realizing that we made it up and we can take it back away. We are the conscious creators of our own life, y'all. We are the conscious creators of our life. You are creating right now. So what do you want to create? Right? You've already created what you have right now. So look into the future. What do you want to create? Be that person. Be the person that's living that future. It's so awesome. You can do it. Okay. So deep within you is everything that is perfect, ready to radiate through you and out into the world. It will cure all sorrow and pain and fear and loss because it will heal the mind that thought these things were real. And it'll heal the mind that suffered out of its allegiance to these things that it made up. You can never be deprived of your perfect holiness because Source goes with you wherever you go. Thank you. Look, they said Source. You can never suffer because the Source of all joy goes with you wherever you go. You can never be alone because the Source of all life goes with you wherever you go. Nothing can destroy your peace of mind because God goes with you wherever you go. Ding dong. We understand that you do not believe all of this. How would you? When the truth is hidden deep within under a heavy cloud of insane thoughts, dense and obscuring, dense and obscuring everything that you see. Today we will make our last real attempt to get past this dark and heavy cloud and let go through it to the light beyond. Ooh. There will be only one long practice period today. In the morning, as soon as you get up, if possible. Sit quietly for some 3 to 5 minutes with your eyes closed. At the beginning of the practice, repeat today's idea very slowly. Then make no effort to think of anything. Try instead to get a sense of turning inward past all of the idle thoughts of the world. Try to enter very deeply into your own mind. If you know meditation, if you've done TM, like sometimes you can get yourself right into that deep state. If not, just do your best to clear your mind. You can use a word. You can just say the word one over and over, whatever, but to clear your mind of any thoughts. So try to enter very deeply into your own mind, keeping it clear at any thoughts that might divert your attention. And that's why the repetition of a word, right? One works. So one syllable is a really good way to have a repetition word. From time to time, you may repeat the idea if you find it helpful, but most of all, try to sink down and inward, away from the world and all of the foolish thoughts of the world. You are trying to reach past all of these things. You are trying to leave appearances and approach reality. It is quite possible to reach God. In fact, it is very easy because it is the most natural thing in the world. You might even say it is the only natural thing in the world. The way will open if you believe that it is possible. Belief is the emotion behind it, right? So the intention and the emotion is what causes change. The way will open if you believe that it is possible. This exercise can bring very startling results even the first time it is attempted, and sooner or later it is always successful. We will go into more detail about this kind of practice as we go along, but it will never fail completely, and instant success is possible. Ooh, what fun. Throughout the day, think today's idea often, repeating it very slowly, preferably with your eyes closed. Think of what you are saying, what the words mean. Concentrate on that. Concentrate on the holiness that they imply about you, on the unfailing companionship that is yours, on the complete protection that surrounds you. You can indeed afford to laugh at fear thoughts, remembering that God goes with you wherever you go. Wow, laughing at fear thoughts is a little confronting. I thought I was solid on this idea, but I always try to quiet them, and I do. I approach so much with humor. It's actually kind of ironic that I haven't thought to laugh at fear thoughts. There's something really shadowy and scary about them, right? So they're not something to play with and laugh at in my mind. What a funny perception. I'm really glad that I just thought of that. How interesting. Okay, so tap, dump, comment, love. Have a beautiful day.